Hello, you're watching the stretching of Improve by Move program. Cool down and relax. This stretching is the same stretching for the 5 workshops, okay? So you take your place within the room and you make sure that you can open your arms and you can lie down on the floor without touching anyone, so you have space for the stretching. You find your neutral position, so your feet are under your hip sockets. The interior of your feet has to be parallel, okay? Then you relax the back of your knees, and relax the weight of your head on top of your neck, on top of your shoulders, they are on top of your thorax, is on top of your pelvis, that are on top of your knees, they are on top of the middle of your feet. And think of this line going from the middle of the earth, through the middle of your feet, through your legs. You can close your eyes if you want. Through your spine, through the back of your head, up to the sky. And think of these 2 forces going from the middle of your body up to the sky, and the middle of your body down to the earth. Make sure you breathe in this neutral position, relaxing your muscles as much as possible, feeling this line lengthening your body. And from there, we're going to roll our head and vertebra by vertebra, roll all our spine on top of your legs. Take your time, your own rhythm. Leave the weight of your head do the job for you. Your pelvis, at some point, you're gonna go back. So your weight is gonna go back on top of your heels. And leave your hands, your arms hanging. Take your time. Feel your vertebrae lengthening until your lower back is completely relaxed. And when you get to your maximum stretching here, you can either lengthen your legs with the back of your knees still relaxed, or you can bend slightly your knees if it's too hurtful. And breathe in this position. Inhale from your nose and exhale from your mouth. Now you can grab your elbows with your hands. You can put still your weight back to your heels. And again, bend knees or lengthen. Keep breathing. Now if your knees are lengthened, you can bend them, and if they are bent, you can bend them even more to allow your lower back to lie on top of your thighs. Keep breathing.
push your feet onto the floor to lengthen your legs. One more time. And release your hands towards the floor. If they don't touch the floor, it's fine. Just release them and go for little yes and little no's with your head to make sure you can relax and let go of the weight of your head. Great. From here, bend your knees and go slowly to the child pose, letting your pelvis going towards your heels. If your heels come off the floor, that's fine. And release your head. And from this position, put your heels down to the floor again and lengthen back up your legs, leaving the weight of your upper body on top of your legs as much as possible. For one last stretch here. One last breath. Breathe in from your nose, out from your mouth. And bend your knees and walk back your feet into a plank position. And from here, dive down into the floor by bending your elbows, the dolphin, and going up. And you have two options here. Cobra position with the forearms on the floor, looking up, shoulders pulling down. And if you want, you can also, again, use your hands to push the spine even further up and arched, looking up, pulling down your scapulas. And the more advanced version, you could tuck your toes, lengthen your legs, and lift your pelvis off the floor. Look up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pelvis, release your feet, roll back down your spine, and go and grab your feet, both of them. Release the head to one side and make sure you pull your feet towards your bum. In this position, if you wanna go towards the advanced version, you can squeeze your muscles in your bum and lengthen the front of your legs as much as possible. And keep pulling your heels towards your bum for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Go back to the plank, push the floor, and bring your right knee in the middle of your hands and your leg back. Lengthen. You can release the foot to the back and look up. 3, 2, 1. From this position, you can roll back your spine, lengthening your lower back, opening your arms onto the floor, and turn your head to your left. And leave your forehead onto the floor. For 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Great. Bring back your hands, push your back up, tuck your back toes, and go back to the plank. And again, we're gonna dive down into the dolphin, look up, and as we get up, tuck the toes, get to the plank, and from there, bring your left knee in the middle of your hand, release your back leg, your back foot parallel
in parallel position. And again, the ideal is to get your glute down to the floor, touching the floor, your left glute. But if you don't, that's fine. You can be also here, that's fine. Just make sure you feel the stretch. And look up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back down your spine. Open your arms and turn your head to the right and put your forehead down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Bring back your hands, look up, tuck your toes at the back, find your plank, and from here one last time, dive down, look up, tuck your toes, take off your pelvis, pull down your scapulas for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Bring your right leg bent. I'm gonna do so your right leg bent and your front leg stretched. You can make sure you take your muscles of the glutes out. And if you can flex your foot and go. You can either touch your knee, or you can take under your ankle. And if you want, you can also go around. And make sure you flex your foot in whichever position you choose. And you lengthen your lower back till the back of the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the forehead on top of your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Release. Change leg, roll back your spine, change leg, and again, either the knee, ankle, or around. And first, flex your foot if you can. If it's bent, that's fine, no worries. You can stay here, that's fine. Just make sure you lengthen your back at the back of your head. So if this is your position, completely fine. Otherwise, you can stretch the whole leg and stay first in a lengthened position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the forehead on top of your leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Roll back up your spine and open your legs to a V position. Again, make sure you pull your muscles of your glutes at the back. And in this position, again, if it's too hard, you can bend your legs and that's fine. You can just stay here. If you can stretch, that's fine. You could also put a pillow behind your glutes to help for the stretch in this position, okay? So V position, and we try and either here, the knees, the ankles, or the back of your feet, and find the stretching position. If you are bending, you can do the same, trying to find as much as possible the lengthened position in your spine, okay? Here, 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 or here, or if you want, if you can go straight to the lying on the floor. Up to you. I'm gonna pick this one. Stretch first. Again, lengthen your spine, lengthen the back of your head for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. For 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Great. Roll back up your spine.
Bring your both feet on top of the floor and help yourself going down. One last stretch.
And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Bend your knees and unroll your back vertebra by vertebra. Take your time. And when you feel it's the right moment for you, you can lengthen back your knees and find your standing position. Your head is the last to come.
Great. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed our training, make sure you follow us on our social medias for further projects. See you soon.